Good day, everybody. I hope that you're well and also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 1 English lesson on preposition. So, we'll be doing our grade 1 English lesson on prepositions. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once we've logged on to aplusstudents.ca, we're going to log in with our username as well as our password. And then we're going to scroll down up until we get to the subject of language arts. Grade 1. Once we've selected the subject of language arts, grade 1, and then we're going to scroll down up until we get to the chapter of prepositions. All right, so our chapter is prepositions. Our subject is English, which is language arts, grade 1. And the lessons that we are going to be focusing on today under the chapter of prepositions is to select the best preposition to match the picture, and then to select the best preposition to complete the sentence, which means that we are going to find out what a preposition is, possible examples of a preposition, and then we're going to select the best preposition and we're going to match it with different pictures so that we can basically see where what is. And then we're also going to select the best preposition to complete a sentence. So prepositions are things that tells us either where something happens, right? And that is why we say some words that tell us where something is or where something happens. We said some words that tell us where something is or where something happens, and we can also say that is basically prepositions, because prepositions, they either tell us where something is or where something happens. And a few examples of prepositions are above or behind. So it can be words like above, behind, beside, between, by, in front of, inside, next to, on, outside, and under. So those are a few examples of words that basically tell us where something is or where something happens. So which means that it's a few examples of prepositions. If you look at an example, the sentence, right? It says the cat is under the bed. So the cat is under the bed. So we basically need to say or identify where something is or where it happens, basically where something is, or more like we need to say where the cat is. It says the cat is under the bed. So if we ask ourselves where the cat is, then we can say the cat is under the bed, which means that that is our preposition within that sentence. The cat is under the bed. So under is our preposition because it tells us where something is. She jumps on the bed. She jumps on the bed. So where is she jumping? So if we basically ask ourselves, where is she jumping or where is it happening, right? Then we can say it is on the bed. So the word on is our preposition because it tells us either where something is or it tells us where something happens. All right. So that is basically a few examples of prepositions. If we now go on and we look at certain pictures, right, or examples, because now it says the first lesson is to select the best preposition to match the picture. So if we choose the best picture or the best word to match the pictures, right, or the best preposition to match the picture, then if we look at these examples in front of us, on the left hand side with the green boxes, we have our different pictures. And then on the right hand side, we have the preposition. So we need to say where the cat is, right? Because that is a cat that we see, a black cat. So we need to say where the position is of the cat. So we need to match these words on the right with the pictures on the left. And the words on the right is between, in front of, under, on, behind, and beside. So we need to match these prepositions to the cat's position over here, where we see the red table as well as the boxes. And if we look at the first picture, right? So we basically need to say where this cat is. Here we have the box. And if we must basically say where the cat is, then we can say this cat is on the box because he's standing on the box, right? If we look at this table, right? And we see where the cat is, then we can say the cat is under the table, right? The cat is under the table. Now, if we look at the box over here, right? It says the cat is, right? It basically looks as if the cat is next to the box, but there's no word next to. So we're going to say the cat is beside the box. Because there's no next to. So a word that is similar to next to is beside. Then here we can clearly see the cat's position to the box, and that is in front of, right? So the cat is basically in front of the box or standing in front of the box. And then we have two boxes and we have the cat in the middle. And if we have the cat in the middle, then we can say that the cat is between the boxes. So in the middle is like saying the cat is between the boxes. And then lastly, the cat is behind the boxes. Right? So basically, all you need to do is you just look at the position of the cat. So if you have a specific object and they will maybe tell you where something is, right? Then you would basically just say where something is. If it's between, in front of, under, on, by, beside, behind, you know, outside, inside. So that is but a few examples. And once again, a preposition is something that tells us where something is or where something is happening. All right, so we are doing the chapter of prepositions. And the first lesson is to select the best preposition to match the picture. And once again, we said words that tell us where something is or where something happens. Those are prepositions. And examples of prepositions are above, behind, beside, between, by, in front of, inside, next to, on, outside, and under. So now we're going to basically select the best preposition to match the picture, right? We're going to complete the sentence by matching the picture. And if we look at where the girls are, right? Or let's say basically, if we look at this whole picture and the positioning of things, now the question is the light is the plant. So now we need to look where the light is and we need to look where the plant is. So basically here we have the plant. So this is the plant. And over here we have the light. So if we look at where the light is compared to the plant, so the light is the plant. Then we can basically say the light is above the plant, right? It's like showing or shining on top of the plant. But remember, we can't say it's on top of the plant because it's not on the plant, it's not on the leaves. So we can then basically just say it is above the plant. So our answer is above, or preposition is above. All right, so now if we look at the next picture, right? We have a boy that's reading a book while he's in bed. Then we have his toys laying around. We have a box. So now the question is, or the sentence is, the toys are the box. So if we look at the toys, right, where the toys are laying. So here we have the toys and here we have the box. So where are the toys? All right, so we can then basically say if this is the box, then the toys are laying in front of the box. Right, so this is basically in front of, because here we have the box and these toys are laying in front of the box. Or if you want to, you can also say it is next to the box. So we can either say it's like next to the box, or we can say it is in front of the box. Because next to basically just shows the positioning of the toys or where the toys is to the box, or we can just say it is in front of. All right, and then now we need to say where the cow is to the bushes, right? Here we have the cow, and there we have a bush, right? And then we can basically say either the cow is beside the bush, or we can just say the cow is next to the bush. Because here we have the bush, that is the bush, and here we have the cow, which means that the cow is basically just next to the bush. All right, then once again, we said that prepositions are words that tell us either where something is or it's where something happens. And yes, next to is correct. Well done. And if we look at a few examples of prepositions, then a few examples of prepositions are above, behind, beside, between, by, in front of, inside, next to, on, outside, and under. Those are a few examples of our prepositions. And it tells us either where something is or it tells us where something happens. All right, so now we're going to do our test where we're going to select the best preposition to match the picture. So we're going to complete the sentence to match the picture. We need to say where the cat is to the pan, right? So here we have the cat, and here we have the pan, and we're frying an egg, right? So the question is, or the sentence is, the cat is in the pan. Is it next to the pan or is it under the pan? So is the cat next to the pan or is the cat under the pan? Here we have the pan and there we have the cat. All right, so we can then say the pan is, or the cat is next to the pan, right? Because here we have the cat on the table, and the pan is next to that table, which is on the stove. So the cat is next to the pan. And next to is correct. Now we need to select or complete the sentence to match the picture. Here we have a picture of the dad is fishing and a girl that is sitting, right? So now they're saying the girl is sitting in the water. Is the girl sitting by the water or is the girl sitting in the water? So here we have the girl. Is she just sitting by the water or is she sitting in the water? All right, so if we select the complete the sentence to match the picture, we can say the is girl is sitting by the water. And the reason why we say by is because she's not sitting in the water, right? She's not in the water at all, right? So she's sitting by the water. And by is correct. We need to say where the cow is to the bushes. So here we have the bushes. Is the cow next to the bushes or is the cow under the bushes? So do we say the cow is next to the bushes or under the bushes? And if we basically want to say where the cow is, we can say the cow is next to the bushes because there we have the bush and here we have the cow next to the bush. So next to is correct. We need to complete the sentence to match the picture, right? Here we have a dad and the child visiting the doctor, and it's a woman doctor. So now it says the woman is in the door. Where is she standing? By the door. She's standing in front of the door, or is she standing on the door? So the woman is, do we say in front of the door or on the door? All right, so we can say the woman is standing in front of the door, right? So she's in front of the door, not on the door, right? So in front of. and in front of is correct. Now we need to say where the paper airplane is. Here we have the basket, and there we also have the paper airplane. So we can then say the paper airplane is it inside the basket or is it above the basket? We need to say where the paper airplane is. Is it inside the basket or above the basket? All right, so we can say the paper airplane is inside the basket, right? It's inside the basket. All right, so now we're going to select the best preposition to complete the sentence, right? And once again, we said that some words that tell us either where something is or when something happens, and we call those prepositions. And a few examples of prepositions are above, behind, beside, between, by, in front of, inside, next to, on, outside, and under. All right, so now we need to say which word makes more sense in the sentence. So which means that we're going to choose one of the examples to complete the sentence, or the example words of prepositions to complete the sentence. So I see a big truck, the house. Can a big truck be in the house? Or where do we see the big truck? So I see the big truck, the house. All right, so if you in the house, right, and you say I can see a big truck, then the truck cannot be in the house. So we can say I see a big truck outside the house. So outside the house. Because this big truck is probably standing outside the house. So outside the house is correct. So there are too many bugs in the water. If you go to the water, right, where do you usually find a lot of bugs, especially at night? So most times it's not in the water, these bugs, but usually they are buzzing, and we can say it is by the water. So there are too many bugs by the water. So there are too many bugs by the water. And by makes more sense, right? Because it tells us where there are too many bugs. So there are too many ants where. So we need to say where we see or where we think there could be a lot of ants. And we can say there are too many ants on the ground. So there are too many ants on the ground. So the word on is a preposition to tell us where there is too many ants. So they are on the ground. All right, so now we're going to our test, right? Where we're going to say where something is or where something happens, and we call that a preposition. So we're going to select the best preposition to complete the sentence by saying which word makes more sense in the sentence. There are too many bugs. Is it by the water or between the water? So we can then say there are too many bugs because we can't say it is between the water, right? So we can say it is by the water. So there are too many bugs by the water. And by is correct. We eat lunch. We eat lunch in front of the TV or we eat lunch on the TV. We need to select the correct preposition or the best word that makes more sense in the sentence. We eat lunch in front of the TV or we eat lunch on the TV. So where do we eat lunch? In front of the TV or on the TV? All right, so we can then say we eat lunch in front of the TV, meaning while we are watching TV. So we are sitting in front of the TV. A tree fell right in me or in front of me. So the tree fell right. Do we say in me or in front of me? All right, so now we can say the tree fell in front of me because we can't say the tree fell in me. So the tree fell in front of me. And full set, is it between me in the wagon or full set beside me in the wagon? So full set between me in the wagon or full set beside me in the wagon. All right, so we can say full set beside me in the wagon. Because it didn't say between me, because it needs to be, if we say between, then it needs to be between something or another person. So two people or two things. And I see a big truck outside the house or above the house. So we can say, I see the big truck. Is it outside the house or above the house? And we basically remember this big truck cannot be in the house, so which means that it is outside the house. And this outside is correct. And the cows, they sleep inside the warm barn at night or above the warm barn at night. So the cows sleep inside the warm barn at night or above the warm barn at night. All right, so we can then say the cow sleeps inside the warm barn at night. Not above, because in above means it's on top of the barn, right? But it is inside the warm barn, at night. All right, so we're going to do a few more examples and pictures of prepositions, right? And we need to select the correct word in the box to complete the sentence. In the box, we have in, we have under, we have on, and we also have on again. All right, so if we look at the first picture, right, and that is where the doggy is, do we say that the dog is the table? Is it in the table, under the table, on the table, or yeah, on the table? So we need to say where the dog is. Is it in the table, under the table, or on the table? All right, so if we must select the base preposition, then yes, we can say the dog is under the table because that is where he's hiding, right? It is under the table. So well done. Under is correct. We look at the second one. It says jam is in the bottle. So we first need to open the bottle and then we scoop out the jam. So basically we can say jam is it in the bottle or is it on the bottle? All right, so we can then say the jam is in the bottle. So well done. In is correct, right? Because we need to scoop out the jam from the bottle and the jam is in the bottle. The cat is in the bench. Is it on the bench? Where do we find the cat? So we can then say the cat is on the bench. So this cat is sitting on the bench. And the last one, the pens are in the book. Here we have the book. And then we put the pens also there. So now we need to say where the pens are. And then we can say that the pens are on the book. Correct? So that is basically prepositions, right? Which tell us either where something is or it tells us where something happens. So you basically just need to say the position of certain things. And lastly, we need to choose the words from the box like on, inside, under, between, and behind to complete the sentence, to basically give the position of where the cat is. The cat is in the box. We look where the box is. Sorry. Then we can say the cat is on the box, inside the box, under the box, between the box, or behind the box. So we can say that the cat is on the box. Yes, so on is correct because it's on the box. So well done. On is correct. Then we can say the cat is in the box. Here we find the cat. Is it inside the box, under the box, between the box, or behind the box? All right, so we can say the cat is inside the box. It's inside the box, right? And then the cat is in the box. Look where this cat is. Is it under, between, or behind the box? And we can basically say that the cat is behind the box. He's hiding behind the box. And then the cat is the box. Is the cat under the box or between the box? And here we can say the cat is under the box. And then the last one is where we can say the cat is between the boxes. All right, so now this is the end of our lesson on prepositions. And we selected the best preposition to match the picture, as well as we selected the best preposition to complete the sentence. And we said prepositions, it tells us either where something is or where something happens. All right, grade ones, this is now the end of our lesson on prepositions. Thank you very much for joining our class and for interacting, right? And I really hope you're going to have a good day further. Goodbye.